Hey, before we get into this topic today, give me just a few extra seconds to talk about something very important. There is a fundraiser on this video for the National Abortion Federation that I'm asking you to donate to if you can. The National Abortion Federation not only supports abortion providers, they also run the National Abortion Hotline, which is a hotline people can call if they need factual information about how to obtain an abortion in their state, or if they live in one of these states with an abortion ban, how they can get an abortion in the nearest state where it's legal. Your donation could help them cover the cost of the procedure for somebody desperately needing it, as well as the costs associated with transportation out of state if that's necessary. If you are not in a financial position to give to this fundraiser, do not feel pressure to do so. You can simply share this video with a friend, share information about the National Abortion Federation or other abortion funds, and try to make sure more people know about organizations doing this critical work. If you can donate, though, I would encourage you to do so while we are running this fundraiser and trying to generate as much support as possible for this very worthy cause as we can. Thank you. It will come as zero surprise to you that I'm getting ready to say that Republicans are stupid. What is a little surprising, though, is that right now they are openly admitting that Donald Trump lost the debate through their sideways defense of this weird conspiracy theory. They're promulgating it. They're just promoting this idea that there's some ABC whistleblower from the network ABC that has signed an affidavit swearing that Kamala Harris was given the questions in advance. As though that would even need to be a thing, that she would need to be told, what are your economic policies for this upcoming election? Do you think that things are better now than they were 4 years? Like basic questions, not gotcha questions. She didn't need the answers in advance, but because Donald Trump lost in such grand fashion, they need to create grand lies and conspiracy theories to back up their theory. So Marjorie Taylor Greene is running with this, among others. There's another person I'm going to share a clip with you from Fox Business of. And so now Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying that this affidavit person was killed in a car accident mysteriously. They don't have the name of this person. There was no car accident. No one died in a car accident. It's just stupid. So she gets busted lying about it. Her source is some random weird WordPress blog, not even an actual name of an author. It's like from the editorial board or the editors or some nonsense like that. And then she gets checked on it on Twitter. There's actually like a community notes on it. And then she shares, I'm learning now that this story is false. What we need is an investigation. We needed an investigation into the lie that I'm trying to promote. Please, someone out there, investigate the claim that I'm trying to get going as a conspiracy theory. And now it's catching on to the point that another Republican from Pennsylvania, is also calling for a congressional investigation. The same type of congressional investigation, you'll note, that was involved with the Biden China crime family that just kind of disappeared into the ether. No results, no convictions, no forwarding of criminal complaint to the DOJ. None of that. It was just a distraction, just like this is, except this is only in service to try to say that Donald Trump won the debate, although he lost the debate. And the reason we know he lost the debate is they're trying to make excuses for why he did so poorly, being that Kamala Harris was given the questions in advance. Here's what Marjorie Taylor Greene said. The ABC whistleblower who claimed Kamala Harris was given debate questions ahead of the debate has died in a car crash, according to news reports. According to news reports. If you Google this, there are no news reports. Again, it's from the unnamed weird WordPress blog that any of us could set up and start publishing articles to. Then she followed it up with this. This story appears to be false, and I'm glad to hear it, says Marjorie Taylor Greene. We need a serious investigation into the whistleblower's report that Kamala Harris was given debate questions ahead of time from ABC. All of this is false. All of this is a conspiracy theory. But she's leaning in on the part that hasn't been proven false, because there is no person, there was no car accident, they aren't dead. But let's double down on the other thing. Nonsense. The problem lies in the fact that it's not just dopey Marjorie Taylor Greene, who, by the way, there hasn't been a lot from lately. I'm convinced that somebody in the Trump camp told her to keep her trap shut, to try not to distract from the distractions, I guess, that J.D. Vance and Donald Trump are creating on a daily basis. They want all of the news to be about them and not the other clout chasers in the Republican Party. So she's running with this, and there are other members of Congress who are also now promoting the idea of an investigation into this. Note, I'll call it now, one, there's not going to be an investigation. There's only going to be headlines and news hits and interviews where they call for one, only to try to gin up some type of conspiracy theory surrounding this issue. So here, what's this dipshit's name? Dan Muser, Republican from Pennsylvania, went on with Fox's chief conspiracy officer, Maria Bartiromo. Remember, she brought us the Dominion election conspiracy that was brought to her by a woman who claimed that the wind tells her she's a ghost. But you can't fool me, wind. I know I'm not a ghost. This is what they bring us from Fox News. Anyway, here's Dan Muser saying that we need a congressional investigation into this because Kamala Harris was colluding with ABC. Yeah, watch this.
None of that comes out. Fortunately, we now have a whistleblower, and I'm going to tell you something, Maria. We're gonna do what we can to bring ABC in and have them answer some questions, and as well as have this whistleblower and see what's going on as they're trying to tear down the First Amendment.
I'm glad you mentioned this because Fox News is reaching out to ABC for response to that affidavit and this Bill Ackman post about this whistleblower. We want answers, but Bill Ackman posted this on X about an alleged ABC whistleblower affidavit that says Harris's campaign dictated the debate questions, camera angles, and the fact-checking of Trump at the debate. He writes, quote, "Sadly for the state of truth in media, I expect the whistleblower allegations will be deemed to be true." Ackman also pointed out that ABC News' David Meir and Lindsay Davis have yet to make any statements on the alleged affidavit. He said, quote, "If you are not guilty as alleged, you have no choice but to immediately issue a statement denying the claims, for silence is an admission of complicity." ABC News has already denied allegations of collusion between the presidential debate moderators and the Harris campaign. We know Lindsay Davis is her sorority sister, but they told the Daily Beast last week, absolutely not. Harris was not given any questions before the debate. We've reached out to ABC to verify the affidavit and for a statement on these accusations, Congressman, but this affidavit and this whistleblower story is gaining traction.
Yes, absolutely, and as it should. We need to find out what the truth is. And the thing is this, we all saw it. We actually don't need a hearing to know what we saw, but we're going to look to do it so as we can provide some evidence as to how manipulative they are.
But this story is gaining traction. I wonder why it's gaining traction, Maria Bartiromo. I wonder why, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I wonder why, Dan Muser. Why would it be gaining traction as you're putting up tweets from conspiracy theorists like Bill Ackman up there, which, by the way, let's drill down a little bit with some nuance here. He says, if indeed this ends up being true, if it ends up being true, yada, 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 yada. If it does, oh, this is terrible. If. Also, no names. We have a whistleblower. This whistleblower. What's the person's name? Who is this person that didn't die in a non-existent car crash? Distraction from the poor performance of Donald Trump on a debate stage, distraction from the other distractions that are being created by Donald Trump and J.D. Vance on a daily basis, This is the game of the Republican Party now. It's look in the other direction from the direction of the things that are important. And that is the failure of Donald Trump. That is the diminished cognition of Donald Trump. That is the conspiracy nature of the Republican Party. It's the danger, the threat to democracy. That's what they want you to not look at. And they want you to look over here at non-existent pet eating. They want you to look at non-existent whistleblowers from ABC about non-existent conspiracy or theories about ABC colluding with Kamala Harris in a way that they didn't need to, because Kamala Harris just performed like a normal politician at the debate. She didn't act like she was aware of the questions. She didn't perform so in such a dynamic manner that, oh, wow, she must have had the questions because she killed it. You can't have it both ways. Donald Trump couldn't have won, and also it was rigged. Complete and utter bullshit. Anyway, what do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, as always, daily at dollemore.com. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore there. I'd love to see you. And listen, if you have $5, this National Abortion Federation fundraiser is important. We are trying to get to 20,000. Last year, with your help, we raised 15,000. And I think we could do 20, maybe 25. Anyway, I love and appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Take care of one another.